It's a heavyweight rematch at the Apex. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the main event for UFC 260 between Stipe Miocic and Francis Ngannou 2. Miocic, who's coming off an important trilogy with Daniel Cormier where he bested the former champ 2 out of 3, will look to further cement himself into the history books as perhaps one of the best heavyweights to ever do it this Saturday when he looks to turn back Francis Ngannou for the second time. Of course, they first met at UFC 220 where Miocic handed Ngannou his first UFC loss by unanimous decision. Ngannou goes on to lose to Derek Lewis by unanimous decision before revamping his camp at Extreme Couture under Eric Nixick, as well as striking coach Dewey Cooper, as he is now riding an impressive 4-fight winning streak heading into the pay-per-view. At the time of this video, the odds makers and public are still siding with the challenger despite losing the first meeting, listing Ngannou at -120 with the champion with a nice +100 number next to his name as the underdog. Now, if you're looking to bet that number, I don't blame you. Plenty of people have, because the odds setters set this pretty wide with Ngannou as a -225. That is just north of a 2-1 favorite despite, again, losing that first match. Whereas Miocic, do we really have to make the case as to why he's a live dog or why he can win the match? Because we've seen him win the match before. He's got boxing off the back foot and, more importantly, some wrestling off the back foot with some reactive singles and doubles that really saved the champions behind in the first 3 rounds of their first meeting. Can he do it again? I think so. Miocic has been coming in much lighter and much more in shape, putting a real emphasis in his strength and conditioning. I don't think that hurts him here, nor does that hurt the game plan. However, even though there is some admitted bias, I think I'm going to be making the same mistake again, siding with Francis Ngannou. Of course, he is training with my guy there, co-coach of the year, MMA Junkies, Eric Nixick. I believe that Eric's going to have him very prepared. Of course, the wrestling is the intangible. I will talk about that in my in-depth breakdown, which you can check out at MMAJunkie.com. However, again, despite that admitted bias, one of the main reasons I think I'm going to be going with the challenger to be successful this time is because of those wars that Miocic is coming off of with Cormier. Not just coming off of wars, he has had nice in-between time to heal. However, he did suffer not just, your typical physical trauma from punches to the head, but pokes to the eye, primarily that left eye, as you can look, where Stipe Miocic traditionally been hit with more lefts than rights throughout his career. So that being said, somewhere in the middle of that trilogy with Cormier, from the last half of the second fight to really the whole third fight, there wasn't a right hand that Miocic didn't seem to like. Now, that's just speculation on my side. I do not know the champion's health. However, I do not like those signs when you're going against a power puncher like Ngannou. Sure, Ngannou likes to conduct traffic off of his left, but as we saw against Curtis Blades and Cain Velasquez, he can very potently counter with his right. So I believe the value here is absolutely on the champion, especially at underdog odds. But at the risk of making the same mistake again, I'm actually going to go with the challenger here and go against my usual self, where I typically side with the veteran wrestlers. However, to see both paths to victory as well as little tidbits on each side, check out MMAJunkie.com for my complete breakdown as well as results this weekend.